I'm so happy, and I see your mood is cool. Pleasure to be here. Wow, actually, today the sound is absolutely different. Me as a conductor, I'm always curious about the sound in the room. And at the moment, I'm really curious how it would sound when we do all together. Oh, that's cool. This is better than yesterday. And now, like this. And with the legs. And now just follow me with one finger. And two. And three. And four. And the full hand. And fingers out. And now round it. And out. And we do again here. And with legs too. Together. This is very nice tremolo. Super. Thank you. You sound like a perfect TEDxTartuED Body Percussion Orchestra 2023. Applause. Have you ever wondered why conductors need to be together with choirs? Why choir and orchestra always need a conductor? If you have, please raise your hand. Most of you even don't think about that. But those who you have been wondering, it's really very interesting because we have some tests to do. And let's test this idea now, why the conductor is needed. You will think that after all those years, the practicing and non-stop rehearsals, one musician must be able to play without a conductor. As they also assume that children, after 12 years, they must be able to start life without any instruction. It's not the case. So what about the conductor? So let's this idea. I see that you clap already so well. I saw from the window what you did here before. So your task is super simple. You need to start to clap together and finish together without any guidance. If you're ready, you start. Thank you. Nice try. The word was together. And I know that if you have more time and more practice, you could do this very well. But now we will do with the conductor, who will show you. So let's do the final test. And I will be the professional conductor. They call it Maestro. And all you need to do, you need to watch me and be very much connected. Repeat after me. No, repeat after me. Me first. Right. Very good. I will give you one assistant. Would you like to help me, please? So you will do together. And now what we do two groups. We divide somewhere here, okay? Group 1 and group 2. So group 1 will start together. If you will forget, she's responsible. If she forgets, I'm responsible. So it's a leadership, yeah? 1, 2, let's go. You. This group 1. Listen. 1, 2, 1, 2, ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta. 1, continue, and continue. Don't give up. Continue. Super. Go. Bravo. Yes, this final part we can do. Thank you very much. This was very good. So what did we just learn? Every time there is a conductor, the possibility that things go better is higher. And as every choir and orchestra needs conductor, actually, every business, every school, every class, every sports team, every theater play or cinema, everyone needs a good leader who can help us to listen to each other and collaborate. My name is Tähemaa, and I describe myself as a corporate maestro because I see every group or organization I'm working with, I see this as an orchestra where every single person has a very specific and important role. If a couple of instruments are missing, it's not the same piece. The sound is different. I have more than 30 years expertise in education, leadership, and performing arts, which all this dance, music, and cinema, films, everything what is on the stage. I have been a performer and a conductor on the stages, but also director, facilitator, and organizer behind the scenes as well. So today, my passion is to inspire leaders to create harmonious work atmospheres and collaborative company cultures through the arts so leaders can be better. I still work as a teacher and I educate children. And I work at the same time with leaders, and I love to be with both worlds. So whenever I say leaders, I mean also teachers. And when I say the orchestra, then there is a group of students or something like that. Good. We are living in very interesting times. Everything is changing so quickly. In one hand side, super cool. The other hand side, it's quite challenging. For example, one thing what is very different is expectations. Everyone expects something. And the reality is different. Like, you can think how different generations are communicate. One like chatting, the other like phone calls. Or the information what we had already 5 years back, it's considered as old information. So it's huge changes. So my work is to help you to think a little bit different. That will bring the bridges between the academic part, the curriculum, education, and also the work life when young people will go to the work. Because AI is taking over so many things, and we have all those apps and programs to help us, but this human factor is becoming more and more challenging and more demanding, because we need to develop this side as well to educate our today's leaders and future leaders. All the children will go to work after. Most of the leaders I have been working together, they admit that they dream about this motivated employees. They are enthusiastic and they're doing overwork and they stay longer with the company, and the teams who collaborate together and find the creative solutions together. This is a beautiful dream. But however, the reality is a little bit different, because especially after this pandemic, a lot of people feel overwhelmed and tired and stuck emotionally, and they don't want to go to work anymore, to the office. So communication has never been so important as it is today. Sometimes when we are so busy with our business, it's easy to pretend that certain things are not happening. And maybe in the future they get better. One of the very great professional and professional coach, and he's also, how you say this? Bob Proctor. You can look at him. This is personal development, what I wanted to say. He is one, and many others, they also say that all teams are groups, but not all groups are teams. And we as leaders need to make sure that every single member of the team understands and is fully on board with what we leaders would like to achieve. So how do we achieve this? How do we make ourselves as leaders clear when different generations and also people communicate and understand each other so different ways? When I was growing up, the obedience was very important. But nowadays we value more critical thinking and creativity and independence. And this brought so many challenges to leadership techniques and styles. So the great conductor really listens every single note to make this orchestra sounds better, and leaders' jobs is to do better this group dynamics and work with this. Remember our first test, what we did in the beginning. Each version of free got different results. So which results do you want for your organization? If you want to achieve your goals, then your leaders need to be present, engaged, and skilled. They need to learn how to listen effectively and communicate more clearly and inspire all this collaboration and also be able to think differently. People don't like change. We all know this. So we can't force a seed to grow, but we can create conditions for that. We can create conditions where people become more willing to do things differently. So what if you could lead your team like that, where people create atmosphere and collaborate and are clear with communication, and they all are included? Recently, I had a powerful client experience. I was hired to work with leaders who stopped communicating with each other and also with the other teams. It was winter. To get there, I needed to travel icy, narrow, slippery roads. And when I finally arrived at the place and I started to bring my instruments in, I heard leaders to shout to each other. I was like, ooh, I'm supposed to bring the fun. I need to put all those people to talk to each other. How can I do it? When I was the third time up to bring my stuff, I have many drums, then this person who invited me, he came to me and said that, Anu, our morning session didn't go so well, and they don't even talk to each other now. So I don't know really if they will kill you or they will love you. Yeah, there was a situation when my 21 drums were finally set up nicely, then I was greeted with the attitudes as icy roads I just experienced. I knew that they had been forced to come to this workshop, and I felt the confusion and suspicion. And one of the oldest men even put his hands like this and saying to me that playing drums is stupid, and he refused to collaborate and participate. But yes, I know I'm a tiny blonde woman, and but I was hired to do this work with this group of mainly men, and I need to do something. But first I started with the little warm-ups and the icebreakers and movement and some storytelling, and then I got them over. It was nice to see them smiling and relax and start to listen to each other and collaborate, because everyone were out of their comfort zone, but suddenly this music take over. There is a wonder in music and arts what we can use to relax people and start over from the complicated situations. So over the 2 days, I engaged this resistant group of people and really witnessed this great massive change through the arts. So they all learned that, first of all, they need to look at their own attitudes and perspectives. And they experienced the new ways to communicate and to be more effective in communication. I watched them laugh and get more energized, and I was so happy because they really started to collaborate. So they became like an orchestra of leaders. And even this old man, who in the beginning didn't want to do anything, he came to apologize, and he says that he really enjoyed the session. It made him laugh and relax to play the drums. And the other guy said so nicely to others that, hey guys, we spent 2 days here laughing, doing things, moving our bodies and learning. Is it possible that on Monday when we see in the office, we could at least say hello to each other and smile? But did I solve all the problems the company had within 2 days? No, I didn't. But however, they experienced the ways how they are they can work together as a team. And they find the ways to work together the other days. So the idea of the orchestra worked there very well. And instead of quiet quitting, which is doing exactly as needed, as you know, these department leaders started to do their own work, to listen to each other and to collaborate with their teams, to start to lead the teams. Peter Drucker, his management consultant and educator and author, he has said, and many others as well, I just took the one, the main reason behind a lack of human connection in business is employees not being aware of or included in what they are working and why. And there is other very interesting research. It's Gallup's survey. Please find it from the internet, 2022 after this pandemic. 50% of employees felt like they were not part of the company. 50 in America. 17 didn't even care about the company. And only 33 felt included in their workplace. Transform this to the class or to the school. Interesting, huh? Clearly, we very much need to do something differently. As leaders in our organizations or the coaches or mentors, it's so important to introduce them new opportunities, new ways how they can challenge themselves and to be out of the comfort zone. When you were last time out of the comfort zone, we were talking that teachers, they might do other jobs between. And all the leaders, please go to school. I want to see you will survive 3 months. It's challenging, such a work. Every individual plays an important part in the group dynamics. Without people, there is no orchestra. It's just a bunch of instruments. Without the human touch, even the best instruments stay silent. A skillful team working together makes even the most inexpensive instruments sound good. You are the conductor of your company. Become the example. Listen, recognize, accept, value every person. You have power. Use it wisely. Conduct your company and lead as a maestro. They will follow you. That's how we establish cultures that creates results we want to see or hear.